And now let's go live to Jerusalem. We cross to our correspondent, Pierre Clochentler. Security is on high alert. Pierre, what is happening there at the moment? What are you seeing?
We're feeling the bottles that are being thrown just at the police officers who've put their helmets on because the tension has aggravated in the past half hour, I would say, and you can see they are being hit by plastic bottles of water, and now they're going to be charging. They're charging now into the crowd, crossing Mukhtar Suleiman Street, which is encircling the old city walls. There's been a garbage can that has been put on fire, as you can see behind the police forces, and that's been going on up and down for the past half hour with a lot of tension. We've seen earlier on a youth who was probably 16-year-old being extracted by the police forces and arrested, and at the same time you see throwings of bottles, some of glass, some of plastic. Now there is a garbage can that you can see probably just next to us, which is burning, which has been burnt by young Palestinians, and that comes after the final prayer which seals that day of prayer and fasting, the second day of Ramadan. And this is usually the scenario when the last prayer is over, things start to be jittery. Now things are under control. It's not as difficult as the clashes from last year. There's much more police forces, it seems, but nonetheless there are sporadic clashes, minor clashes, I would say. The police is not throwing shock grenades onto the crowd, but you can see that they're very jittery, and a lot of bottles of water are being thrown at the police forces who've put their helmets on. Benita?
So, Pierre, give us an idea of exactly what it is we are seeing. We did see what looked like a garbage can on fire. We saw some smoke. We can see the security forces behind you. Give us an idea of the size of the number of security forces there on the ground and what they are encountering. What is the atmosphere unfolding in front of you as we watch these images live?
There is an electrifying atmosphere, an atmosphere which can split in a split second between celebration of the holy festival of Ramadan and confrontation. And this is exactly that very thin line that is being broken right now. And that's also the balancing act of those police forces, because on one hand there is a will not to inflict collective punishment on the people, but at the same time they want to enforce law and order. They're police officers and they don't want to create chaos here. So it's a very difficult situation. Now police officers have been backed up with hundreds of additional, if not thousands of additional police officers in and around the old city. And at the same time there is a joint command, and that's something different from last year. A joint command between the Shin Bet General Security Services and the police, and they're screening every TikTok message, every WhatsApp message, every Facebook post in order to try and find the future perpetrator. And that's exactly their job at a time when the situation is extremely jittery. Here there are more bottles being thrown at the police, and the situation is extremely jittery. Here they're coming, they're charging the crowd, and you see the movement of crowd. The crowd is going in every direction. There is not so much hitting of demonstrators or protesters, but it's more like charging them in order to disperse them. But they're trying their best not to disperse them with shock grenades like it was in the past. We haven't seen that truck that spray nauseous liquid on the stores and the building walls. We're just seeing police charging, showing their strength, showing their force, but at the same time not spilling over and not adding to the tension. Benita?
Pierre Kloschendler, thank you so much for that outstanding coverage. As always, stay safe and keep our team safe there as well. If there are any more updates, we will be coming back to you. Correspondent Pierre Kloschendler live from Jerusalem. Thank you.